All right, so I woke up to some unsightly news today. The musical behemoth sensation LIZZO has quit music. So I'm going to Google that real quick. I probably should have pulled this up before I started recording, but I'm going to type in LIZZO quits music. And yes, I'm using Google. I know they support Israel. All right, let's see. Alright, do I want to read BBC, NYT, Today, Fox? Alright, I'll do the BBC. It kind of fits with LIZZO, I guess. Or no, fuck, that's Adele, who's fucking English. That was quite silly of me. Okay, so the article says LIZZO has said she is quitting music. I didn't know she made it, but she's quitting music because she's fed up of being targeted for her looks and her character on the internet. Oh, okay. So in a post on Instagram, she said, "I'm starting to feel like the world doesn't want me in it." Yeah. Thing is, man. I mean, I know a lot of the like internet, like communist kids and Facebook nerds out there, Twitter nerds, like left-wing body acceptance, which I'm cool with that. Like I mean, some fat girls are very cool. Hell, they're often cooler than the other ones, I think, like personality wise and stuff like that. But the I think it's funny that like she was sort of put on a pedestal. Now it was a big pedestal because they had to get a crane to get a big enough pedestal to hold Lizzo. But everyone kind of like all the leftists pretended to like her music because like conservatives on the internet would make fun of her. It was it's kind of like that WAP song, the wet ass pussy song. Like that song was like objectively shitty, but like wimpy guys trying to impress girls online, they'll be like, "I thought it slapped," which is the just gayest slang you could use to describe anything. I mean, you could just say something rocks, something kicks ass. You don't have to say slapped because slapping implies that it was like, eh. I mean, we've all seen someone slap someone. It's usually not the most like brutal thing in the world. If anything, I mean, being slapped often doesn't even hurt. A lot of people like getting slapped. I mean, you should say that, that song crushes, man. That song just rips or so. I mean, I'll tolerate anything but fucking slapped. Anything that's come out the last few years. And, if you're over 25 using those words, you are probably trying to get with like 20-year-old, 19-year-old girls and stuff. Maybe even younger. I know some freaks out there. But so everyone pretended to like Lizzo, and I mean, I hate conservatives, honestly, man. But like, to their credit, they knew she sucked, and it turned out, yeah, she was forcing her dancers to shove pickles and flutes up their butts and their vaginas, dude. And it's funny because like, imagine if I don't know, Angus Young did that, or Gene, someone who's like kind of hated for being like a boomer musician and stuff like that. Like, I mean, people would lose their minds, but for whatever reason, man, Lizzo got like 2 days of like, oh, I can't believe she did that. And then they went back to like calling her music bops and stuff. But yeah, honestly, man, I hope she does quit music. I mean, even in this article, it says she's being sued for fucking religious and racial harassment, which I know half of you will say that since she's black, she can't actually racially harass anybody, but sounds like it to me. Okay, discrimination, assault, and false imprisonment. And that's from the BBC. That is not from Joe Rogan News. That is not from Breitbart. Not that the BBC is like some super left wing, or I mean, they're capitalists too, man. But they're telling it like it is about Lizzo, man. I mean, they're liberal. Like, I'm sure if you search BBC, you could find like a pro Lizzo article from before she forced her dancers to shove pickles and flutes up their butts and vaginas. And in some cases, the male dancers had to try to shove those items into their urethras, which is, you know, if you can imagine, would be quite painful. So, yeah, I'm glad she's quitting. I don't want to hear her again. She just needs to go back to the Ryan's buffet or Golden Corral buffet and just, you know, just. I think she should do the fucking Monty Python thing where she just eats and eats until finally someone comes up and they're like, "Hey Lizzo, do you want a Thin Mint?" And she's like, "Give me that shit," you know, and she explodes. So yeah, fuck her.